What's going on, guys? Runut44 back with you again for another helicopter video. Finally, finally getting back into helicopters for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we are at the Cross City Airport just to the west of Gainesville. And we're going to be taking a look at, or not necessarily taking a look or a deep dive into, but just having a nice Sunday flight and the Mosquito XE Beta. This is version 0.3 alpha that just came out. I believe this was either last night or today this came out. This update did. And this is by Hants County Gaming, or HGC, over on FlightSim.to. So he's been frequently updating this helicopter. And you know, it's not that bad of a model, and actually has a custom sound pack for it, which I really like. You can only listen to standard sound packs for so long before it starts getting a little boring. But I'm going to take a quick little pan around the aircraft here. It's definitely a small little thing, or as many might call it, a death trap. But that's okay. I like flying death trap helicopters, so no complaints from me. But let's go ahead and jump inside the cockpit, get this thing fired up, and let's go on a little bit of an adventure, shall we? Alright, so yeah. Let's take a look at the panel here. Very simple, actually kind of hard to see. I gotta really zoom in. We're going to go doors off for this flight. I think that's for upper gauges. Yes, that is upper gauges. That is not. And vertical speed, I don't really need those. We're going to be flying VFR with our head out the window most of the time anyways. Pull it back on the cyclic so I can see everything here. Fuses, lights, okay. So mags come on, battery comes on. Go ahead and turn that on. And we got a fuel switch that we need to hit over here. Yeah, that's right. On. Turn, I believe that's the governor on. And I do not remember if you twist this before or after. I'm going to go ahead and twist that. I can't remember if you start it with that in the default position and then roll it, or if it's vice versa. But yeah, we'll find out, I guess. And start button was on the cyclic. Go and get avionics on, get our nav lights on, and that's pretty much it for the startup procedures. It's pretty basic. Alright, so we're going to pick it up into hover here, and I'll kind of explain a little bit more on where we're going to be going today as I do so. So we're putting in left pedal here to counter torque, and it's probably... This is a brand new flight model as well, so actually I don't really know what to expect. I'm going off of previous, but yeah, see, it still slides to the right a little bit. So a little bit of left cyclic, just pulling up very easy on the collective until we get up in the air. Pull into a hover. And we do have to watch out because we are sitting next to a fuel pump. We just got done filling up. So definitely do not want to run into that. Just go here, and there's another Mosquito there on the ramp. Give a wave to the marshalers. Hello. And continue on our merry way. So I'm going to set it down right here before the intersection of the taxiway because I want to take a look at the map real quick and just get my bearings so I kind of know which direction I'm going to be flying off into. I think I have a rough idea of where I'm at, but I want to be certain. Do a little bit of a seating check there. Everything feels good. Of course, that's not the right window. VFR map. Wait for it to pop up. Okay, so I can pretty much just turn right on this runway, follow that runway heading out, and kind of head on off to the east. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and pick her back up into a hover, and we'll hover taxi on forward to the runway and depart from the runway today. as we're hovering here, we're just going to take a quick little spin to the left. Nobody coming that direction. Do the same thing to the right. A little bit of a clearing check here. Just see what's going on. I don't see anybody coming that direction. So we'll continue with the hover taxi towards the runway, and we'll just immediately take the runway for departure. Tilting forward and pulling in more collective. So I'm not exactly sure how long this flight's going to be today, but we're definitely not going to be going that fast. And it looks like, by how that windsock was down there, of course we've passed it, so I can't show it to you, but the windsock looked like we're going to be having a headwind the entire way, so this may be a little bit of a slow flight. Alright, we're going to get on this road right here. Just start following the road. And we need to find the highway, and unfortunately the highway does not show up on this VFR map. But if I can kind of get heading in the direction that I know I need to head, then I can kind of figure out. And I think the highway is actually to the south. I think that's why I'm not seeing it. Alright, let's head off this direction. Alright, so like I said, we just departed from the Cross City Airport in Cross City, Florida. And we are currently headed to Trenton, Florida, and we're going to check out the Composite FX home base or facility there, where they actually make the Mosquito helicopters. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. Just a nice, nice, steady, slow Sunday flight to Trenton, Florida. And hopefully we won't get lost along the way. Hopefully it won't turn into an hour of me circling around trying to find landmarks. Speaking of landmarks, I probably need to find the interstate. I'm hoping that if I just kind of fly along in this direction for long enough, I'll bump into it. I don't think that's it. What's this over here? Is this just a county road, or is this an interstate? Or highway. It may be a highway. It's one of those things. Yeah, I think, yeah, here we go. I'm pretty sure this is the one I wanted to follow. And if it's not, we'll find out, you know, soon enough, sometime in the near future. But it's heading in the right direction. Oh yeah, this is definitely it. So yeah, for this trip we're going to do mostly IFR flying, and you know, by IFR I mean I follow roads, railways, rivers, whatever, because we're in a helicopter. Now here a few days ago, I did try out this helicopter in VR, and I really thought about doing a VR video in this helicopter, because you know, I've never done a VR video on this channel before, at least not in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I tried doing a test video, and it was just, the performance was not that great. And it's not this helicopter, it's just my computer in general. It cannot handle VR and recording at the same time. You have to run so many different programs just to, you know, be able to record VR. And not to mention, instead of recording a goggle, you have to, you can record a goggle lens on screen on Microsoft Flight Simulator, sure, but it's better to record it off of a another window, that's taken that view and kind of made it look a little bit better and a little easier to record. And yeah, just having that many streams playing at once doesn't really work out that great for my system. So, unfortunately, for the near future, it looks like, unless some major performance updates happen for VR and it just makes it so my computer can magically run it, I'm probably not going to be doing any VR videos for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, sorry about that. But that's okay. We can still have plenty of fun by clicking and dragging our mouse around the screen. So I guess while we're doing our flight here, we can talk about a little bit of news topics here. As some of you may be aware, Got Friends have released their Edgely Optica for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, just as I was with the Discus Glider, I got an opportunity to be able to test the Edgely Optica through basically since the very moment they started working on the Redux to release, and actually past release. I've tested some versions past release as well. And I'll say the amount of work these guys put into these aircraft, it's the amount of dedication, I should say, is incredible. These guys are freaking rock stars when it comes to creating aircraft, and they definitely put in the work to create the best experience possible. And yeah, I've been enjoying the heck out of that aircraft, and it's one of those odd aircraft I never thought that I would really get into flying. But yeah, I said the same thing about gliders, and then I went through the whole testing phase with the Discus Glider, and yeah, now I like gliders. So yeah, it's been fun flying that thing, and I even did a video here. It was 2 videos back now. Well, I mean, I guess 3. 2 or 3 videos back, something like that. I can't do math right now. Did a video about doing some bush flying in it. Not necessarily bush flying, but just seeing how it performs in a bush scenario. Short takeoff, landing, all that, stall flight, and surprisingly, it performed pretty well. And like I said, I got that video up on the channel, so you can go take a look at that if you'd like to, and just kind of see for yourself how well it performed. And just keep in mind, at the time, I believe that was a beta release, so obviously certain things have changed in that aircraft since then. But yeah, I was quite surprised. It lands in quite a short distance. Now, takeoff, though, takeoff's another matter. Don't put it into any super short areas, because takeoff roll is definitely a lot longer than the landing roll. But yeah, definitely been enjoying the fly, and hopefully some of you guys have picked it up already, because I believe today, as I'm recording this video, is the last day for the $10 off sale on flightsim.to. And unfortunately, as I'm telling you this, I'm probably not going to have this video up by then, as I'm literally recording it as I'm saying this on the last day of the sale. So yeah, it'll probably be up to $20, but hopefully some of you guys got to pick it up for $10, because from what I hear, it's never going to be back down to $10 for a long time. And yeah, they're continuing work on it, so plenty more coming in the future for that aircraft for sure. Let's take a look at our map and make sure we're headed still in the right direction. Oh yeah, we're coming up to the river here, and I actually probably need to take this bend around. Yeah, we'll still stay by the road here a little bit. We'll just kind of fly over this river. We're going to take a little bit of a bend, and then we need to find the city of Trenton. And once we find the city of Trenton, I can find the Composite FX facility from that. A little bit of a lag spike every time I close that map, huh? Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh yes, my own projects. I should probably talk about my own projects, huh? Yeah, besides the Edgeley Optica release, I have also completed my first payware scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I brought you guys kind of along on that journey. A while back, I did a live stream, about 2 hours, where I was placing trees in the scenery, so if you're ballsy enough, you can check out that video, all 2 hours of it. It is quite boring, I will warn you. It is a lot of just clicking for 2 hours straight, but, you know, that's the harsh reality when it comes to scenery design and creating something like that is, yeah, there's a lot of clicking and boring times involved. But staying on topic, I also did a update video here a while back, kind of showing you guys where the scenery was going and how it was progressing. And then it was about 2 weeks after that, yesterday now, this previous Saturday, I actually released the scenery. So, yeah, it's Chinilna Cabin Strip. Chinilna Creek is the creek is on. Chinilna Cabin Strip for Microsoft Flight Simulator is priced at $9.99, and it's currently available from my own web store, emeraldscenerydesign.com, as well as the flightsim.com store, store.flightsim.com. I am working with flightsim.to and hoping to hear back from Microsoft about the marketplace, but the scenery will hopefully be coming to the flightsim.to store very soon, and I'm hoping to have it up on marketplace, but we all kind of know how that goes. Many developers have talked about how slow their process is, and yeah, I got started with that before the simulator even came out. So maybe one day I'll get on the marketplace, but yeah, until then, it's available at those 2 locations. If you picked it up, leave me a comment, let you know what you think. I have yet to see like really any good feedback on it. I've seen articles pop up in a few spots, but that's about it. But I know people bought it, and I assume people were enjoying it because nobody's came back with any any sort of feedback on it. We'll jump back on the topic in a second, but I want to take a look at my map because I gotta find Trenton, Florida real quick, and I think we are to the south of it. So we should probably go on the external view. It's times like this that I really wish ForeFlight was working with the simulator. I guess that's something else. If you guys have got a working, or got ForeFlight working with the simulator, leave me a comment down below and tell me how to do it, because I was using that flight events for it, and it just suddenly stopped working. And I can get it to hook back up for a few minutes by I think I manually punch in the IP address on it or something like that, or on ForeFlight, I can't remember. One of those. You manually put in the IP address and it'll reconnect, but it only connects for a couple minutes and then it just stops working again. So yeah, after having that actually working and enjoying that for quite a while, I just haven't been able to use it for the last couple months. So if anybody's got any tips, tricks, ideas, yeah, definitely let me know, because I'd be interested to get that going again. We should probably gain a little bit of altitude here. It'll make it a lot easier to figure out where the heck I'm at. I'm definitely failing my VFR navigation today. I'm also not flying with any sort of chart, so I guess I'm not doing that bad in hindsight, since I literally have no idea where I'm going right now. I think Trenton is up ahead here. Let's take a little look around an outside view to see if I can confirm my theory. Seems to be more building clustering up ahead, so yeah, that's where we're heading. We'll just follow along on this little highway here for a bit. do believe. I guess that power line's not in the middle of the road. That's definitely a bigger, yeah. What the hell do you even call those things? My mind is running a blank right now. Whatever these things are, the power tower things. Those are definitely a lot bigger than what's supposed to be down there. It kind of fills out the area a little too much. Looks like there's a bunch of hay bales or something rolled out on that field down there. Or straw bales or something. Most likely hay. It's green. Got a tower here off to our right hand side. Clear that, no problem. Gotta probably keep an eye out for more towers as we get close to town here. I tell you what, We Love VFR is a great add-on. What's the guy's name that does that? Puffin Flight, I think it is. Yeah, that is. I love that freaking add-on, man. Gives you stuff to look out for, especially when you're flying low and slow like this. Now, if only, what's the other mod? I think it's only like a Europe mod right now, but it adds like power lines and stuff. I can't remember the name of that mod, but yeah, if only that would come over to the US, then yeah, we'd have more obstacles. Looks like a school. I don't know. A little bit of a track or something over there. Go into the wide camera view. And by wide camera, I mean zooming out. Yeah, so this is definitely Trenton, Florida here, and this may be our road here. If it's not this one, it's just a little bit further down. But I vaguely remember this big field right here. So we're looking for kind of a medium-sized field. And by medium, I mean about the size field right in front of us. The brown one there. It's going to have some buildings right at the end of it, kind of up in some trees. I do not know how this is going to look in the sim. I've never flown out there in the sim before. This isn't looking very familiar right now. At least not what I saw on Bing Maps. We'll fly a little farther south before we turn back north. Yeah, I definitely don't remember all these houses there. I don't think we are on the right road, or we're too far off to the side or something. I'll go out the outside view for a second. I guess it's possible that we could have either followed this other road over here, maybe. There's a straight road. Maybe it's this road over here. That would make more sense, actually. Because I do remember the road kind of coming straight off of Trenton, Florida. jump back inside here. We'll just start an easy turn over that direction. I'll try to keep it all off my left-hand side. I think I remember seeing that loop driveway road thingy there on Bing Maps or something. So we may be close. Maybe not. Unless that was the field back there, maybe. Maybe we flew right over it and didn't even notice. Swing back around, take another circle around, and see what we can figure out. Luckily, we filled up the tanks before we left, so we got full fuel. Plenty of time to circle around if we need to. This may be it right here, actually. Yeah, here we go. Here it is, right here. This is the facility. That red roof building there on the end is, I believe, one of the finishing stages of the helicopters. That's usually where they pull them in and out of. I assume for test flights or something like that. So we're going to make a little bit of a right-hand turn here, lose some altitude, and set up for an approach into the field. I wish there was a good way to judge which direction wind is coming from. It's not like there's any flags or anything you can really pay attention to. So I think we're just going to come in from that back corner there. Or I guess the back corner closest to us right now. Land across the field like that because the wind was kind of out of this direction, at least where we took off from across city. So we'll just kind of go this way a little bit. And we're going to swing back this way. Drop a little bit more collective. We'll follow this road here for a second. Kind of stay over here by the field, keep our options open. Bringing the collective down, lose some more altitude, slow up a little bit more. We want to keep a little bit of forward momentum going here. I aim for the gap in the trees a little bit so we make sure we clear the tail rotor. And as we start descending, we're actually going to pull in more collective, because we're going to start to settle out a little bit more. We'll kind of just come into a little bit of a hover taxi here. And we'll taxi on over towards the hangar. Now, obviously, building-wise, this looks nothing like it does in real life, but yeah, it's pretty close, and there's actually quite a bit more trees here. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get back there. But we can get as close as possible. And we'll actually probably just put her down right in this little area right here. Let's keep walking her forward. Get over here by this shorter grass. here looks like a good spot. Do a little bit of a seating check. We are sitting nice and pretty. And let's go ahead and get this thing shut down. So we're gonna click that to bring the power on back. I'm not necessarily sure of the exact order of how you're supposed to turn everything off, but we'll get the avionics off. I don't need comms anymore. Or actually, you can't even click that. Landing light can come off. Nav lights, we'll leave the strobe light on. And keep those on for now. Turn the fuel off. I believe you're usually supposed to turn the governor off first, but it doesn't really matter in this sim, so turn the alternator battery off and mags get turned off. A little bit of flickering going on there, but yeah, it's a freeware and it's actually pretty nice. Step back outside and fix our camera like normal. Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this flight. It was definitely a fun one. Navigation skills were not the best today. But yeah, here we are in Trenton, Florida at the Composite FX facility, home of the Mosquito helicopter. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the flight. If you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video. Drop me a comment down below. And yeah, if you like this, like the video, like what I'm doing here, go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's get up past 500 subscribers. We're getting really close to that goal. Anyways, guys, Rodent 44, over and out.